What's up, YouTube? What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Mr. Raider Kid here. The Raiders have been busy today. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it real quick. The Raiders, if you didn't know, of course, released this man here, Michael Crabtree. If you don't remember, Michael Crabtree signed a 1-year contract with the Raiders a few years back. I believe now 4 years back. And it was kind of a prove-it deal. You know, if you can play still, you can play at a high level, we'll extend you. And that's exactly what he did. And it's this kind of bittersweet. I really liked Crabtree. I know a lot of you probably feel the same. Crabtree kind of grew on me, man. At first, I didn't, I was like, okay, Michael Crabtree, can this guy really play? Can this guy really catch? And it had to be a prove it. And he made me bite my tongue. And I said if he proved me wrong, I was gonna get his jersey, and that's exactly what I did. I got it in black and white. It's kind of sad to go because there's a lot of great memories with Michael Crabtree and Derek Carr. You got the Saints game at the 2-point conversion for the win, the Baltimore game, the clutch ending with the 3-touchdown performance, the slice of blue in San Diego last year, the KC game with time expiring. There's been a lot of great memories with Michael Crabtree at receiver, catching balls from Derek Carr. But of course, like all the other Raider fans that know, this last year was very bad. It was the production that went down. He was dropping balls and just wasn't good. There was a lot of drama at the end of the year, and it just didn't seem like Michael Crabtree either wanted to be a Raider anymore, or it was too fractured to repair. So, of course, with that being said, Michael Crabtree was released today because the Raiders went out and signed veteran receiver Jordy Nelson, who was released from the Packers just a day and a half ago, or not even a day ago. Jordy Nelson from the Packers, if you don't know him, he spent the last 10 years in Green Bay, had developed and worked his way up to becoming an elite receiver. He's a Super Bowl champion. His quarterback, of course, was Aaron Rodgers. He didn't play 2015, but when he came back in 2016, he had 97 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 14 touchdowns, which was his career high, and won the 2016 Comeback Player of the Year. This guy is an elite receiver at the age 32. Last year, his numbers decreased, but his quarterback got injured in week 6. So, that alone tells you a lot. This guy only had his quarterback for 5.5 games, and he put up numbers, 53 receptions, 400 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And those 6 touchdowns came with Rodgers at his quarterback. He didn't score another touchdown with Brent Hundley at quarterback after that. Jordy Nelson's elite, man. Derek Carr met him at the airport, drove him around the East Bay, showed him places and areas, and I think that kind of sold Jordy, that just kind of home welcoming, introduced him to his wife and his kids and stuff, which was dope. Derek Carr being that leader, that's awesome to hear. He stayed the night last night, had dinner with the Raiders, and I think he was sold. And they got the deal done this afternoon. With that being said, there's a couple more things. I actually made this video already, and as I finished the video, I went back to Twitter to see if anything else helped. The Raiders had just signed, right now, it's like 5:09. The Raiders have just signed Marcus Gilchrist, safety, who formerly I think he played for the Houston Texans. I like Marcus Gilchrist. It's a starting safety, potential starting safety. He's definitely going to help the secondary out right now, which, with Reggie Nelson, I'm not sure what's going on with Reggie Nelson. You got Obi Melifonano, who cannot stay healthy, and Carl Joseph also in the back there. So that's good. Defense, because the first 4 signings were all offense. Doug Martin got a 1-year deal with the Raiders. This guy, if you don't remember, we played him a few years back in Oakland, and he torched us. His rookie year, torched us. 30 carries, 250 yards. I don't know how 4 touchdowns or something like that. Destroyed us. But the last 2 years have not been really good for him. Only 100 carries for 400 yards. I think he's been banged up. He was hurt. He only played 16 games in the last 2 years, so 8 games a season. So if he could stay healthy, this guy's really good. And the Raiders have already came out, or not have already came out and said, but heard from sources from the Twitter, the Raider beat writers that I follow, said that Marshawn Lynch is definitely in their plans. They have no plans of cutting Lynch. Now, we'll see if that changes. Derek Carrier was also a tight end that we signed, who formerly played with the Rams and the Washington Redskins. So he played for Jay Gruden. Makes sense, right? He's a blocking tight end, ideally. He only caught like 16 balls last year with the Rams. He's not a guy that's going to be catching a lot of balls. He's a blocking tight end. John Gruden talked about this at the draft combine. He wanted to take it back to 1998, a little bit, kind of slowed the game down. Keith Smith, along with talking about that, Keith Smith is someone that we also signed to a 2-year deal or so, fullback from Dallas previously. If you know, Ezekiel Elliott right now is one of the best running backs in the league, and he's great when running backs are great when they have someone in front of them that can block and block efficiently. So if we're getting a guy, Keith Smith, to come from the Cowboys to the Raiders, to run running back to another, that's great. Who else? We re-signed Justin Ellis before free agency started. Justin Ellis got a 3-year deal, I believe $15 million, keeping him in-house. And with the signing of Marcus Gilchrist to a 1-year deal, the Raiders were also trying to lock up Tahir Whitehead, who played for the Lions the last few years of his career. Very consistent linebacker. Nothing flashy, nothing big. He's not a top-tier player or signing, but he, of course, you got to expect this from the Raiders, right? We don't have money in cap. Raiders are very picky, don't want to overspend. Got Khalil Mack to extend. You got Amari Cooper next year. We were going to go after 2 second-tier guys, and that's kind of what this guy is. He's got 100 tackles in his last 3 seasons. He had 1 sack, 1 interception last year. Very consistent linebacker is going to help. And with all that being said, I think we also offered Navarro Bowman a contract, but he's kind of testing the waters right now, so we're going to have to wait and see on how that plays out. There's still Zach Brown who hasn't signed, but all the other big-name guys have already signed. Jermaine Johnson, even Jonathan Joseph. At the age 33 cornerback, he stayed in Houston. It turns out he had to pick between Houston and Oakland, and ultimately he just didn't want to move his family. But Oakland, it sounded like he would have came to play for us. So right now, guys, I mean, we got the offensive pieces that seemed like that John wanted to get. Now we're starting to sign some defensive guys, which is great because that's our biggest need right now is defense. And it looks like we'll probably lock up a linebacker and got a safety. That's cool. Now let's see if we can get a cornerback because TJ Carey did go and sign with the Cleveland Browns, and Danico Autry also went and signed with the Colts. So that's 2 free agents that we lost out on. Don't know if they're really in the Raiders' plans, but if we can sign a cornerback, I don't expect to get a great one. I think E.J. Gaines is still in the market. Not Rashard Evans, but Melvin or something like that. I think he played for the Colts. Is a free agent right now, and the Raiders are trying to get in. And it seems like they've had a lot of visits today. The Raiders have been very, very busy today, very active. I'm sure if I end this video right now, I check my Twitter, I'm going to see something else and be pissed. But in a good way. I'll just redo the video, and I'll keep pumping it again. But that's it, guys. I want to know how you feel about Jordy Nelson being a Raider now. This is kind of cool. This is an elite receiver. If you're not excited for this, then I don't think you understand how good Jordy Nelson is. Go watch some highlight tapes from him catching balls from Aaron Rodgers. Derek Carr is baby A-Rod in the eyes of James Jones and Devontae Adams, who both play with Aaron Rodgers or have played with Carr. So that speaks for itself. That's it, guys. I'll definitely put out another video if we make some more splashes or just get some more guys and add to the team within the next 2 days or even tomorrow night. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Subscribe. Share this out to the Raider Nation. Get more views. The more views, the more happier it makes me, really. That's about it. I like numbers. So, with all that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7 guys. 6 new Raiders, and 1 guy is staying in-house. Is this someone I didn't talk about? No, I think I'm cool. Anyways, I'm Mr. Raider Kid. See you guys.